A growing number of Floridians are claiming that they are out big money after investing in the growing sport of pickleball.
We found out there are dozens of angry investors all across the country, with some putting their life savings on the line. 8 on Your Side investigator Walt Buteau joins us live with the story.
Stacey and Keith, the pitchman is a well-known player who still believes his company can produce the returns needed to keep his investors happy. But now the next serve in this match is up to a federal bankruptcy judge. That's Rodney Rocket Grubbs on the right. The Indiana resident is a big name in the pickleball world, some saying he should be in that sport's Hall of Fame. Not too long ago, one of his good friends was Jennifer Butler, who loves to tear up the courts around the Bay Area.
We trusted Rodney Grubbs 100%. He was a very trusting friend.
Grubbs is accused of using that trust to convince friends to invest in his pickleball apparel and equipment company. Indiana court filings allege Grubbs offered several investors, quote, an ever-recurrent one last available slot to invest $25,000 at a time, promising a 12% return after 18 months. Butler, who invested $90,000, is one of several Florida residents and one of dozens more across the country who thought the offer was too good to pass up. And how sure were you that you would get a return on that $90,000?
Absolutely sure. He was a good friend, and that's what hurts sometimes even more than the money, is the fact that you can't trust a friend that you thought you could.
We're told this Facebook post from another Florida resident is what started a chain reaction of concern. Butler says the suspicion grew when investors like her asked for their money.
When you ask for the money back, you hear not a peep. He says nothing. He doesn't answer you.
Grubbs has not answered our questions yet either. We are looking for your side of this story, the case that's going to court. He's due in federal bankruptcy court in Indianapolis on Wednesday, where investors will try to force him into Chapter 7. Grubbs is representing himself, and in his answer to the involuntary bankruptcy case, he asked the court to let him stay in business under Chapter 11, insisting, with a good management team, Pickleball Rocks can and will continue to grow. Butler just wants her money back, and so do many other investors.
Some of them gave their whole life savings to him. And how devastating is that?
Court records also indicate Grubbs owes more than $9 million connected to court judgments in an unrelated real estate deal setup. Nearly $4 million of that is owed to another Florida resident.
So back to the pickleball, how many of those victims do we think are out there?
So we're told that maybe a lot are afraid to come forward, but right now the attorney representing the investors, including Ms. Butler, claims the total is well over 100, with about 20 of them from Florida. But again, it could be bigger as the story gets out there, as other people realize, hey, I'm not getting my money back.
They gave various amounts of money.
Right.